Hey everybody, welcome to Ecstasy Chat. I'm Serge.
I'm Rob.
I'm Gen Z.
I'm Gen X.
And today we are continuing with another music reaction. So what we're going to be doing is, of course, we're going to be bringing up the wheel. And hopefully we land on a fun and exciting song. And Rob, I'm going to have you spin the wheel.
The pressure is on. Hopefully we'll run the wheel and hit a good song. And it's on me.
Rob, our fate is in your hands.
All right, let's see what we get.
Let's see. Ooh, good choice. 3 Days Grace.
Yeah, okay.
So we got the song Break by 3 Days Grace.
I don't know 3 Days Grace. Well, I've heard their songs from our reactions. I really like them. Great group, right? But every time a song comes up on the wheel, I've never heard it. It's a new band for me.
So all of them are new for you. This one,
you know this song?
This one is actually one I do recognize because this is the one I played quite a few times. As I played it in the background as I was playing.
Okay.
I think it was either Halo or Call of Duty at the time. It's been so long ago.
You know, and you just reminded me of something with this. Based on the title, what do you think it's about? But you know,
but
you've already heard it.
Actually, I don't know what it's about because I don't remember. I don't know any of the lyrics. Like, I don't remember the lyrics. I don't remember what the meaning of the song was. I just remember it had a great sound.
Cool.
And it was like, it had a great flow to it. So I like to play when I'm in the background when I'm playing. Yeah. Well, of course, you know, and I think this was one of their older songs. So that was when the lead singer was, I really enjoyed his voice and he was one of my favorites to listen to, which is why I would have him playing in the background. So I'm excited to see what you think of the song.
Me too.
So I actually don't remember even what the sound of it was, but I know as a kid I loved it. So I'm sure I'll love it all over again.
Let's bring that song up. I want to hear it.
But you're not scaring it away. So you got to answer that question. What do you think it's about?
I was trying to divert it, right? And can't get anything past this guy, I'm telling you.
Yeah. So Rob, song title, Break. What could that mean?
I think something's happened in life and it's broken and there's been a break from what was normal and they're going into a new experience of life. And they're singing about it. They're breaking off the past as something that was not good and they're going into something new. Interesting.
All right, that's a very broad broad guess, but we'll accept
intentional.
It. Let's see how spot on you were.
Okay.
Right, let's bring up the song and check it out.
Let's do it.
All right, guys. So we brought up the video, and what's nice is that the official video, it looks like they added in subtitles, so we'll be able to watch along for the main videos. We don't have to find a lyric video because lyrics are included in the main one. Hopefully everything's correct in sync. I'm assuming it is. It said in the bottom of the video that it was from 13 years ago. So this, like I said, is one of their older songs. And Rob, are you looking forward to this?
I'm ready.
Ready?
I push that button, play that song, and turn it up.
All right, let's do it.
Let's do it.
Oh, I love to play with those as a kid, bouncing back and forth.
I'll tell you, I really like the video with the colors, black and white with colors standing out.
Oh yeah,
there we go.
Jumping right into it.
Nothing is working. I won't stop. I won't say I've had enough. Tonight I start the fire. Tonight I break away. Break away from everything. Away from everything. If you can't stand the way this place is, take yourself to higher places. At night, I feel like a vampire. It's not right, but I just can't give it up. I'll try to get myself higher. Let's go. We're gonna light it up. Tonight, we start the fire. Tonight, we break away. Break away from everybody. Break away from everything. If you can't stand the way this place is, take yourself
Oh,
So
we both paused at the same time.
Oops.
Go take it away, bro.
Yeah, so I like what he's saying. Hey, if you don't like the way this place is, take it to higher places.
Yeah.
I think it kind of goes a little bit with what
What you were saying, I was just thinking that in my head. You actually guessed quite nicely about, like, he's saying if you're dissatisfied, if you can't stand the way that this place is, break away from everyone, from everything, like pull yourself out of the situation, because what happens is a lot of people, they'll stay in miserable situations,
Right.
whether that be abuse coming from abusive homes or just in places where where you can feel something clearly is not right. Like you'll be in a friend group of people who aren't really your friends. They'll treat you in a way that isn't right. And so what I like is that he's saying, like, break yourself, don't feel guilty about it. Just break yourself away from everything.
That's right.
And you can change your whole life. You can take it a whole nother direction.
Yeah.
Go ahead with what you were.
Well, I was thinking that what you were saying and listening to you reminded me even of people who might have some great family and friends, but they have a horrible job situation, and it's not so much the work, it's always the boss, right? So you got this real jerk of a boss, and you just realize, you know what, I need to find a different job or leave the company. I know someone that did that recently. She had a horrible, nightmarish, traumatic like boss. And she said, you know what, the money's great, but I'm out of here. And she went to a different place. Anyway, I don't want to spend too much time on that, but even the job, you know, and good story with this person. She broke it off, and she's on to something so much better and making a little bit more money. So it's all good. There was something else you said in here too about being a vampire at night. And I'm trying to remember exactly what he said, but something about not wanting to do it. It's almost like he was saying he didn't want to be a vampire. So I was trying to figure out where is he going with that?
At night, I feel like a vampire.
Yeah.
It's not right, but I just can't give it up.
Right. Yeah. So I'm just, it's kind of in the back of my mind. Okay. So what is he singing about there? What's he saying?
Yeah, interesting. That's a good point. Like I wasn't too sure what that lyric meant either. About
Keep it there. I like this scene. Go ahead. Let me hear your thought, and then I want to comment on the video.
well, I was just saying, like, I wasn't too sure about, like, a vampire. What's the association between vampires and night? That's something I'm not too sure on, because I know that there's association with werewolves and night. Like at night, of course, that's when they turn, right? I don't know if there's such a thing with vampires. I think the main thing about vampires is that the only difference really at night is that they're not in danger of being in the sunlight. So the sunlight burns them.
Right.
It's very dangerous to them. Yeah. So at night, I feel like a vampire. I feel like that's the only time I'm truly alive,
right.
where I can be myself. Maybe
right.
that's what he's referring to. Is like, that's the only time I can be myself, because all the chaos of the day-to-day is like all calmed down during that period. And I know that tomorrow morning I have to start over, and any struggles I have, whether it be with work, with family, who is currently sleeping, or with
right.
my friends, all those things, all those worries, they come out during the day. And at night is the only time you have any peace to contemplate your situation.
Thank you, because you just spurred some thoughts in my mind. And that is, with the vampire at night, vampires are alive at night, right? But that's when they go out and suck the blood out of their victims. And sometimes people that generally are just, pretty cool people could be put into a situation. I'm going back to work, maybe back at work, and they're sucking the life force out of their team. And it's because they're constantly being barked upon from their manager. And anyway, it just made me think about that too. Even when you're in a situation like that and you don't want to be a jerk, you're like, okay, look, I'm out of here. I'm not going to support this. Anyway.
It's interesting you should mention that. I was taking a different route, in the sense that I was thinking it's more about like the person not hurting others, but rather just like that's the only time they can be themselves, is because they're being hurt during the day, right? But it's interesting you should mention that, because what you're essentially saying is like they're taking out their anger on others, right? They're trying to find an outlet. And actually, it reminds me of a photo I saw recently on the media where it showed like four. It was like a picture divided into four pictures. So it's like a comic strip where it shows you different, and it shows in one frame, it shows the boss like yelling violently at his worker, and then it shows that worker yelling violently at his wife, and his wife yelling violently at the kid.
Goes down the hill,
and the kid is violently yelling at the
dog.
at the cat,
or the cat, yeah,
a cat or dog, yeah.
Yeah.
So it's interesting how it's like that, and I think it was like even the art form had some sort of like name, symbolic name, like the transfer of anger or something. I forgot the exact name, but it's basically how it shows how people are like how they're affecting the world through releasing their anger on others is then getting pushed further and further.
Yeah.
So
Yeah, and maybe if some of us take on that vampire, approach, even though we don't want to do it, we can break away from that.
yeah. So, but anyways, you're gonna comment on the video.
Yeah, thank you. I like the video. It's artistic, and there are sharp angles in it in the beginning, and then the long hallway, white and black with this pink color, fuchsia, whatever color it is, and but then it has the balls. So
Right.
and I just thought the contrast with the sharp angles, and then the balls being hit back and forth. I forgot the name of that game. But it was pretty cool. And then here, you have clean angles, clean balls, and here you just have absolute chaos with the color.
Right.
I really, really like this. Anyway,
Yeah.
I'm enjoying this so far.
And that's one of the things that I mentioned at the start of the song is I like the flow of it as a kid. That's the only thing I remember is I really enjoyed because they like complement my gameplay. And I can see now is because it has all those transitions where his voice is smooth and it's leading up, and then it's like this leads up to a drop. It's like take yourself to higher places. And I think as a kid I thought he was saying break yourself to higher places, which doesn't make much sense, but that's just what I was hearing. So it's take yourself to higher places, which makes a lot more sense now.
Yeah.
So ready to continue?
Let's play it.
If you can't stand the way this place is, take yourself to higher places. Break away from everybody. Break away from everything. If you can't stand the way this place is, take yourself to higher places. Higher places. To higher places. Higher places. Take yourself to higher places.
Really cool visual there.
Yeah. Interesting. All them, the marbles are following them.
Yeah.
That's
I
it.
like it.
That's
Cool
it.
video. Good song.
Yeah, that's an interesting noise at the end there, like the.
Yeah.
I don't know what that would be described as.
Yeah. An odd siren or something. I don't know.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. So what do you think? Overall thoughts on the
Overall thoughts, I like it. I would like to watch this one again because it was artistic. Music videos are so artistic.
Yeah.
Sometimes they're just amazing. This was simply artistic and yet very artistic, and I like that. I liked its simplicity.
Yeah, and it had some interesting filter on it. It seemed like I don't know if it was like a lo-fi or something. Some filter that at the very least seemed like it reduced like the saturation at moments. At some points it was like black and white. So it felt like some of the color was drained from the image.
Yeah.
Well, at the same time, it also had some of those like more like I don't know, like the purplish color. Purple probably is not the right word to describe it, but in general, I was listening to the lyrics again. It reminds me once again of like basically it being a message of like taking yourself out of a situation that's not very good. Because I watched some podcasts and whatnot where there'd be like callers who would call into the show and they'd be coming from like abusive homes or like really bad situations, and the way they would describe the situation is is like they're trapped, and it doesn't. And in many cases it's like that analogy where like if a bird is trapped in a cage long enough, when you open the door it won't fly out because it's just so used to being trapped it doesn't even consider escape as an option. And so it's kind of like their videos is saying like if you're in this terrible situation, you still have a life ahead of you. You can break free, you can
Start on a higher ground.
right. And people will guilt trip you. They'll say you like, oh, this is your family or this is your friends. Like these people are your blood, so therefore you owe them something, right? But if they're like abusing you or if they're treating you really badly, then it's some things are
Get out of there.
yeah, some things just because it's blood doesn't mean that it's right.
Yeah,
And so
exactly.
in those cases, of course, I think it's a powerful message that you can break free and take yourself to higher places and live a much more happy lifestyle.
Yeah, absolutely. You can make your own path, create your own life, and you don't have to be that bird in a cage.
Right.
Yeah, yeah. It just stays with the door open. I like that.
Yeah. That's my interpretation of the song. So,
Yeah.
what about you?
You know, falling into the same light of it, same thing. As far as you're in a situation and you're not happy with it, you don't like it, it's not good for you. Break out of it and go to take it to a higher level. And a higher level implies that where you're at is not a good place, right?
Right. Yeah.
You want to get up from there, take it to a higher level, and I like your analogy with the bird. Spread your wings and fly.
Yeah.
I mean, you have to have the courage to do it, and but hey, with maybe some good friends or a little bit of gut within you, we can do that.
Yeah, and it's important because life is short, and you want yours to be as peaceful as possible. The more stress you have in your life, the harder it'll be, and the shorter your lifespan will be because your health will suffer. So, yeah.
Big problem with that. Thanks for us. Well, I was going to say thanks for choosing the song. Thanks for recommending the song.
Thanks
so
for
that.
Yep. And then and thank you, Rob, for spinning the wheel and landing on it.
Hey, I got a good one.
All right. With that being said, we hope you guys enjoyed. Make sure you like, comment, subscribe, and hit the notification bell icon to stay up to date on future videos. And with that being said, take care.
All right, you will see us soon.
All right. See you guys.
If you try, you just